Okay, so you are a student at Audio Communications and you're on Activity 5, meaning you've just finished your script. We have to do things a little differently for you to use the app that you're going to record with, which is called Soundtrap. Soundtrap is a company that has not agreed to protect your personal information that's attached to your at rockyhillps.com Gmail, and that's actually against the law. So in order to use this app, we're going to have to kind of disguise our identity. And by doing that, what I mean is you're going to come in here. And so here I am at my regular Mr. Patterini Gmail here. And there's a thing here where it says sign out. And I sign out and continue. And I have a bunch of different things. I sign in with a bunch of different accounts all day. You should only probably have one option. It says use other account. And your teacher will give you what's called a generic or an anonymous account. In other words, it's an account that is not attached to any one student, meaning if Soundtrap collects your information, it's not a big deal, okay? There are up to 18 of these, and the one I'm going to use is MS Tech Ed 18. There's an MS Tech Ed 1 all the way up through 18. Ask your teacher which one they want you to use, okay? And of course, I have to do the at Rocky Hill s.com. So that is the, oh, I didn't write ed properly there. There we go. MS Tech Ed. Make sure you spell it right, Mr. Pat. MS Tech Ed 18, okay, with a capital M there, at rockyhillps.com. Next, of course, it wants your password. The password is what we call a generic password. In other words, it works for everyone. Tech Ed 123. We don't care if somebody hacks your Soundtrap account, but we do care if somebody hacks your personal email information. So this email has the same password for all 18 of them. I click next and accept. Probably the first time this guy's been used. And welcome and okay. And yours has probably been used before, so you want to worry about this. But you'll get a Gmail, and it's not you. Okay? It is not you. It is this MS Tech Ed 18. All right? Now what we need to do is go to Soundtrap. So I'm going to go down here to this link to Soundtrap. It's going to pop open another tab. And I'm going to log this guy out just so you can see what it looks like from scratch. So when you first log into Soundtrap, it should look like this, and it'll say join now or education or login. We're just going to log in like a person. We're not worried about using it as an educational person. That's kind of like a Google Classroom type of deal. We're not going to do that. We're going to log in, and I'm going to log in with Google. And by doing that, it's going to sync with this Gmail up here, the one that is anonymous. So I click log in with Google, and it asks me which account to use. That's the one. Once again, that might not apply to you. Wants my password again, TechEd123. One moment, please. Asking for your country. Soundtrap is actually from Sweden, I believe. Let's see. Right now it is, I think, no, well, we'll just say September. This is kind of being annoying. 28th. Now, I know this is taking a long time to set up this first time, but from now on, I promise you it'll go a lot easier. US, say OK. Ha! Now it's going to work. All right. So you get all this business here, but this isn't where you do your work. You do your work in the studio. So here where it says Enter Studio, I'm going to click there. Nice to see me again. Okay, I don't know that we've met before. I'm going to grab a blank template, okay? And anytime I want to record, I'm going to click Add a New Track. I'm always going to use voice and microphones. Reverb, which is kind of like an echo sound, I'm always going to turn that down. It always gives you the opportunity to do that. And then down here, there's a button that shows the record button. And when I click, it's going to give me a chance to turn on the mic and make sure that the mic is actually working. Done. And it'll count me down with these little dots here. And now you can see that the cursor is moving along. And as I'm talking here, it is recording my voice onto this track here. And when I hit stop in just a second, you'll see the squiggles that represent the sound. Let's see if I can play this back here. And now you can see that the cursor is moving along. And as I'm talking here, it is recording my voice onto this track here. And when I hit stop in just a second, so there was my voice being recorded. First thing I would do, folks, since all these squiggles look the same, is I would rename it. Mr. Pat 1, something like that. And then what I'm going to do is, if I had a partner, which I think most of you will, add another track, voice and microphone, turn the reverb down. And when you hit record, watch, it's going to back up a little bit. And it counts you down. Now it's recording my second track down here on this second line. So imagine the first one was you doing your news, and now your partner is doing their weather report. And I'll hit stop. And there's more squiggles. Okay? Once again, rename this. I'll call this Mr. Pat 2, but you might call it Weather, Susie's Weather, Gracie Sports, whatever the name of the track is. Each time, you're going to add a new track, and remember to turn down the reverb. And so what's going to happen is, as you record, now your partner is doing their weather report. It backs up a little bit there, and now as you record, you'll notice that it's starting to look like a flight of stairs here, or a set of steps, that it's starting to kind of go down like this. And if I hit stop, there's more squiggles, and I'll rename this Mr. Pat 3. And there's a little magnifying thing here. I can kind of shrink it. So Mr. Pat 1, Mr. Pat 2, Mr. Pat 3. Yours might be, Susie's Sports, Gracie's Weather, Susie's Commercial, whatever. By the time you're done, you'll have 8 of these things all the way down here in order that you plan to have your recording go in. Okay? So that's a good start for you. And like I say, using this generic email, this MS Tech Ed, one of those numbers is required for you to use Soundtrap, and Soundtrap is required for you to be able to make your recording. All right? If you have questions, see your teacher as always, and good luck.